Listen up, you Yenzies. Live on the KnoItAllz podcast in the building. Normally, we over there on Pump Your Brakes with Steel Curtain Network. But tonight, we got their own thing going on with the KnoItAllz crew and the Triple OG Shannon White as a special guest. Shannon, what's crack-a-lacking with you, man? What's going on, man? Schedule release. Got to get hyped. Got to get it going. What's happening, man?
It feels so usual, like Pump Your Brakes, but it also feels like a privilege because it smashed the gas. So I'm enjoying it.
That's what I'm talking about, Shannon. Kerby, listen, Kerby, you the main Yenzi. You better keep that gate locked up tonight because they're going to be tripping about the schedule, talking about we going 5-12 and all whatever else. So you better keep that matrix gate tight or you know where you're going to end up at, the rubber room. What's going on with you, man?
Oh, not much, man. Just chilling.
Got it, man. Go ahead. Keep going. What you saying?
No. Just chilling. Just, want to see what this schedule looking like.
Facts. Tate boy fresh in the building. What's up with you over there looking like Death Row, dog? Death Row, that's Tate. Get to Death Row like this. Get to Death Row. Or like this. Do it like this. Do it like this.
What is that? Oh,
that's what I'm talking about.
And do the thing
like this. Do it like this.
I got on my Steelers shirt like Shannon. I think what you got on a Batman. I can't see what you got on.
Wakanda forever, baby. Steelers forever. Wakanda forever.
And what you got on, Kurt?
Steelers.
I can't see it under your straight jacket, but okay.
There you go.
Yeah, he like this, Tate. No matter of fact, he like this. They got him backwards, bro. He ain't forwards. They got him backwards, man.
But yeah, man, I'm here. I'm here with man, the whole crew now. We got the best of Pump Your Brakes with the Triple OG in the building, and we got the madness with the homie Kerby in the building and Smash the Gas. We'll see if we can put some all together and figure this schedule out. I know in our chat between me, you, and Kerby, y'all been trying to figure this thing out all day. It's been highly speculative. Some of you guys been filling in the weeks by what you hear, by what you guess, and I have no clue if any of it's right. I do know the Ireland game is right. So good job on that one, fellas. You dug deep to find out the information on that one. But everything else I don't know, but we should find out shortly because I believe the official drop is at 8:00 for everybody. If you're watching ESPN2 or the other channels, the NFL Network, should be able to watch the schedule release live while you watch us. Turn that volume all the way down like I have on my TV.
Yeah.
You guys listen to us and refer to that.
Man, right off the back, I want to tell the people in the live chat, hey, listen, normally, y'all, we're over there on Pump Your Brakes podcast, but we're going to be on the KnoItAllz all night tonight. So tell a friend, share with a friend, let people know that we're going to be over here on the KnoItAllz channel through the whole schedule release tonight. So I want to give a shout out to the people already. Andre Green, Reginald Rivers, John Codwell, Juice Bellamy, Big Punishment, Craig Withrow. Claude, you watch yourself tonight. You better not be calling for no 5-12 for the Steelers, because if you do, Tate, tell him where he's going to be headed tonight, bro. Tell him where he's headed, bro.
The padded room?
Yeah, let's give him one time for the padded room just for GP.
For George Pickens?
Yeah, for GP. The padded room.
Crazy, man. You right. I am crazy.
Don't cut up tonight, Claude, because that's where you headed. You going through the matrix, the old country and new country, and into the padded room. Don't cut up tonight, Claude. You the main one. So fellas. Jay Zepperteef joined, Deb joined, Jay Steve joined, Robert joined, Jar Devil joined. We're going to have a lot of people over here tonight, y'all. We appreciate y'all rocking with us. And like I said, normally we over there on Pump Your Brakes, but tonight we're going to be on the KnoItAllz channel for the whole thing. So share with a friend, let them know where we at, and we're going to be here for the schedule. So fellas, got a round robin question. Right off the bat, we know the opponents. We don't know the time and places and dates where we're playing them. But what game you looking forward to the most? Shannon, I'm going to start with you. What game are you looking forward to the most? What team do you want to see and you just want to beat the brake shoes off of them as soon as we see them?
Well, it's usually the Ravens. It's always my main focus,
Mhm.
being division rival.
Mhm.
But this year I'm pretty pumped about the Packers. I always like a good Steeler Packers game. They seem like
Mhm.
they've always been exciting games. If you look
Mhm.
back, especially during the Big Ben era. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the Packers.
Yeah. And that's been confirmed already. For you guys that don't know, we play we play the Packers week 8 on Sunday Night Football versus the Packers on Sunday night. So I'm looking forward to that one right off the bat. Kerby, what game you looking forward to, dog?
I want to make a statement. So the game I'm waiting on is Buffalo. I want to see the
Ooh.
Steelers. I mean, hey, if they're going to do something this year, play a game that'll make a statement. Beating Buffalo, that'll make a statement.
Speculation is that we're going to play the Bills at home week 13. So that's Kirby's. That's a little ways down the road. So we'll know. That'll be getting us ready and tuned up for the playoffs. Yep. Tate Boy Fresh, what game you looking forward to the most this year, bro? The big game. Which one you like, man? We got to get that one.
Come on, man. I'm all about monopoly, man. I'm all about owning property. So, you know that piece of property Aaron Rodgers owned
Yeah.
up there,
Yeah.
up there in the Wind City. So,
Yeah.
I want to see that game versus Chicago in Chicago. I want to see Aaron Rodgers go in there with his discount double check and let him know I own you. And I'm looking forward to winning a nifty 50 off the homie pay. He do all that talking, all on the homies every week. The Steelers gonna be in last place. Steelers gonna be that. I just want to beat the brake shoes off Chicago.
I already know, dog. I'm ready to smack. Listen, I done made about 4-5 bets against the Bears today already. I done made, because I done got Bears talking big trash to me, talking about we going to be better than y'all. And speculation is we going to play them week 12. So, yeah, come on in. Come on, Chicago. Come on to the dojo. We got to go over there, but we still going to own him. And Tate, I'm going to be so happy when he throws that belt. When he hits them boys like this, bro.
Mm-hmm.
When he hits them boys like this, I'm hitting. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to go get me a championship belt just for that game, man. I'm going to go get me a belt and be like, I own you still. I'm 40 and I own you. I own you, man. I own you. So, yeah, I'm with it, man. I'm with it. All right, fellas, before we got a couple of minutes before the actual kickoff, I think it's 7:56. It's supposed to officially hit at 8 o'clock, so we're right on the verge of it. So, Tate, let's do this before we even mess around to make sure we pay our bills. Let's get a word from our sponsors and our partners. If you guys are watching us live on YouTube, make sure you share with a friend. Make sure you hit that like button, smash the button, share with a friend. Let them know we're going to be over here on the KnoItAllz for the whole show. If you're listening to us on audio, we'll be right back after a quick commercial break and a word from our sponsors and partners with the KnoItAllz schedule review of Smash the Gas for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Now go ahead, Big G.
Oh, no, go ahead. You do what you do.
No, we're back. I should let you say that first. I said now
Yeah.
I get fine when I leave the mute button on and start talking. Some of y'all need to get fine when y'all be back there coughing and all that stuff y'all be doing and you leave the mute button off.
I promise you something? It was not I said to fly. My stuff was muted. I don't know about everybody else. It was not I.
Well, I had the graphic up, the break graphic, so I don't know who it was, but one of you jokers.
Yeah. It looked like Kerby. Kerby looked guilty right now.
Hey.
So, yeah.
Look at, we all speculated, but look at week 10 through 16.
Okay. What about it?
Just look at it. That's a nice little run right there.
All winnable games, dog. If the speculation is true, we got the Chargers on Sunday Night Football, the Bengals at the crib, at the Bears, the Buffalo Bills at the crib, at the Ravens, and versus the Dolphins on Monday Night Football. All winnable games.
Then finish off with the Lions.
Well, the Lions will be 16.
Yeah,
Yeah.
16.
That'll be the toughest game in that stretch to me. Between Buffalo or going to Buffalo or playing Buffalo at the crib or at Detroit. Yeah, that's the toughest run. What's punishment over there talking about? Jaylen Brown sucks. Can't believe this scrub got $300 million guaranteed. Punishment, don't be mad because your Boston Celtics is adios muchachos. It's over. It's over, man. It's over. It is what it is. You better help Jason Tatum get back right. Because if not, the championship window closes for y'all. So, don't be a hater, punishment. Oh, Claude Bishop said that Najee Harris is going to run for 150 on the Pittsburgh Steelers. You know what? I'm betting in this right now, corner time. Claude, I bet a whole show. I'll turn my back the whole show. The whole show that Najee Harris don't get 150 on the Steelers. Put your money where your mouth is. I bet the whole show corner time, Najee don't get a bill 50. The whole show. Shannon, you better tell him we ain't getting no 150 on us. Not with our improved defensive line, Shannon. You better tell him.
Yeah. I don't see it happening now.
Mm.
I think that the two rooks are going to be big influences, highly effective this year, and they'll solidify that rush defense.
Yeah. So, Claude, by the way, they're speculated to play in Week 10. Week 10 ain't in December. Week 10 is like late October. Late October. No way he's getting a bill 50, dog.
No, it's actually November 9th.
November 9th. Yeah, come on, dog. He ain't getting come on, dog. Not a bill 50, I promise you. I bet the whole hour. Put your money where your mouth is, Shannon. Claude. Put it money where your mouth is.
Najee Harris would be lucky to have, and I like Najee. He'd be lucky to have one 100-yard game this year.
Tate, that's fine. Who the backup running back for them, Tate?
Probably Najee, but Omarion Hampton going to be carrying the load. They didn't draft him in the first round for that not to happen. Only pay Najee like $4.9 million or something with some incentives. They're going to keep them incentives down and give him his money and let him find a new home next year.
You see that, Claude? You see why we talking about put you to the rubber room, Claude? Take, go ahead and put him in the rubber room. We on the KnoItAllz channel. He don't get no mercy tonight. No mercy. Put him in the rubber room, dog. Go on ahead. Just go on ahead.
Crazy, man. You right. I am crazy.
Yeah, Claude. Claude, you see where you headed tonight? 150. Y'all stop that. Then Tate tried to back down. He said 120. Shannon and Kerby, he said 120.
The Chargers are going to figure out that Hurts is slow. Let's just be honest.
Facts.
He's slow, and he's not. Like I said, I think Hampton, and as Tate said earlier, I think Hampton's a starter.
Yeah, day one, Shannon. Day one.
Well, definitely by week 10.
Yeah, get him out of here. Get him out of here, bro. And Najee gonna be on the bench. And like Tate said, they ain't trying to give him them incentives on that contract.
Yeah, Derrick Henry got his incentives. Derrick Henry, the highest paid running back over 30 in league history. Two years, $30 million. They extended him.
Facts.
25 guaranteed.
25
Facts.
guaranteed. Mm-hmm.
Big bread. And it's deserving. It's deserving.
Yeah, he didn't look like he lost nothing last year. That's for sure.
So we know I'm looking at it right now. I'm not about to.
Tate froze. What he said? Tate big froze. He about to get the fine. Shannon, I think Tate been invading my basement because I can't find the fine sign no more, Shannon.
Yeah.
I think that boy came to pay his tip, and all of a sudden he out of there. He froze solid, boy.
Froze.
Yeah, froze solid. So he getting a huge fine. He gonna have to come back in when he get back in. So
he's like the thinking man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, he looked like his death row. That's his death row picture. He just got to look straight at the camera.
Yeah.
He just got to look straight at the camera. If you look straight at the camera, then he'll figure it out. But so Shannon, this is my question. This is my question, right? If we play the Jets which is it's out now. The Jets,
Yes.
week 1. Discount double check in the building. Pittsburgh Steelers travel to the New York Football Jets. Justin Fields is playing quarterback on the opposite sideline. Aaron Rodgers is our quarterback. Shannon, man. Talk to me, man. Talk to me. Because I know the NFL set that up, Shannon. I know the NFL set that up. Talk to me, man.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of people reading into it because they kind of announced that early this morning.
Mm-hmm.
The leak, and everybody's assuming that means Rodgers is going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be a perfect storyline.
Mm-hmm.
Rodgers versus Fields, and but I think it would be a great, intriguing matchup because I think the Steelers match up well with Fields.
So you're saying that they know the weaknesses and the strength of what's going on with them, and they know how to get to them.
Well, and early in the year, Fields will still be finding his footing and and his chemistry with his teammates. So I think the Steelers could capitalize on some of the things that he doesn't do well. Yes.
Mark Malone says Boston instead of Justin throws 2 INTs. Mark Malone, you might be right. Kerby, it's out there, bro. Week 1, man. Steelers versus Jets in New York, man. What's your thoughts, bro?
That's gonna be a dub. That's the Jets. That'll be their coach. That's his first game as a coach, head coach at least. I see that being a dub, because well, granted, it'll be a totally different defense and everything, but Rodgers, trust me, if he's there, he wants to win that game. He don't want to
definitely
walk in there and get embarrassed.
Yeah. Hey, Tate, we announced week 1, man. Officially, we announced week 1. Week 1, Pittsburgh Steelers travel to the New York Football Jets. Speculation is going to be Aaron Rodgers playing against Justin Fields, man. What's your thoughts? Week 1, Steelers and the Jets, man.
That's we play the entire AFC East this year, right?
Facts.
Yes.
Yeah. So that being the first game, swap out quarterbacks essentially, even though it's not a trade. That's what it appears going to be, going against each other with each other's last year's team. It'll be a good matchup. I think both quarterbacks be highly motivated. You got the coaching debut. What's the guy name? Coach for the Jets.
Aaron Glenn.
Aaron Glenn, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
His coaching debut. And you said that's a Monday night?
No, it's a regular 1 o'clock game.
1 o'clock game.
1 o'clock game.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, no, I mean, it should be an interesting game. I mean, we'll get to see the Steelers offense for the first time. Hopefully they come out and they don't have no regrets for not signing Justin Fields and Aaron Rodgers. I mean, and signing Aaron Rodgers, because to start the season out, that right there get all the Yinzers talking if it go the wrong way. Week 1 is a critical matchup just because of that.
Yeah. JC says, fine, somebody fire alarm beeping. I don't know.
That's mine. My power just went out. That's why I left. Power just went out.
Wow.
And I'm here, and my fire alarm is out there. I hear it myself. I don't know if it had anything to do with the power. But yeah, I apologize, but that's what happened.
Hey, Tim Lyons talking crazy to you, Tate. He said go buy a battery. Tim, you don't understand. Tate's responsibility is the trigger. You better be careful, Tim. You better, Tate, Tate. Do what you do.
No, that's fair. I mean, but it wasn't doing that before. The power just zapped out and it came back on and it's doing it. So I don't know if it's connected to that. I don't know what's going on. But I can't look at it till I'm done with this.
That's total fact.
Is that the Tim Lyons Bengals fan?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Tim.
Oh, man. And he's talking smack?
He always talking smack, Shannon.
Oh, man.
Shannon said, Tim said he ain't scared. Go ahead and toss his $$sign in the Matrix. Well, as you request, adios muchachos, my friend. Tate, could you please escort him to the Matrix?
Old country, new country.
Let's send him to the old country. Let's get him.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Yeah, Tim. Yeah, listen. So we got Claude in the rubber room. Tim went to the old country. Let's see who else is going on. Let's see what else is happening. What's up, Steelers Almighty? He said, "What's up, champs? What's cracking with you, bro? What's going on with you over in the live chat with us, man? We appreciate you, man. What's cracking with you, bro?" Dennis Pavlok said, "Tim is the vice governor of the Matrix, Shannon."
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I think that's total facts. That's
He called him the vice governor.
Yeah, total fact. The vice governor. Hey, so listen, week 2 officially announced. The Seattle Seahawks invade Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania for the home opener for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Hey, Big G, if you got the graphic, send it to me and I'll put it up real quick up here while we talk about it.
Okay, yep. Let me forward it. So we got the official graphic, man. I mean, the official schedule. Week 2. What y'all thinking? Because my first thought right off the bat is DK get to show them what he's all about. Yeah. So I'm gonna start with you, Kerb. What you thinking, man?
That's a dub.
Damn, you called it quick.
Oh yeah, that's a dub.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Seattle traveling all the way this way. I mean, that's shit. That might be like one of the longest flights you could take.
Yeah,
Seattle to Pittsburgh.
I think it is longest.
Yeah.
So early in the season, home opener. Yeah, that's a dub.
Okay. Take Boy Fresh, what you thinking? Officially announced.
Well,
DK's revenge.
I think because Aaron Rodgers coming off the Jets game, trying he got a couple games. He got the Jets game, the Packer game, the Bear game, his ownership group. I mean, so he got a few games. So I think he will probably try and get DK highly involved in that game. Me look at that game looking way too early ahead, though. I think we make Sam Darnold look like New York Jets Sam Darnold in that game.
Yeah. Shannon, we got it. We got the Seahawks week 2 for the home opener, bro. Let me be honest. In recent history, Seattle has sort of like had our number a little bit. So, Shannon, what you think, man?
Well, I've said since the trade, I think DK Metcalf is extremely underrated. And I think that in being the true number 1 in Pittsburgh, he will be highly motivated to prove that he is special. And then going up against the Seahawks, if he hits I don't know who the quarterback's going to be yet. That makes it hard to predict, but I think he could have a monster game.
I'm going to call this right now. With or without Aaron Rodgers, even if Mason's the starting quarterback, DK Metcalf, 7 catches, 120 yards, 2 touchdowns. I'm calling for a Steelers win 24-10.
I don't know what you just talking about, Big G. Mason beat the Seahawks up in Seattle last time on his way out the door. Mm-hmm. And then they beat Seattle in Pittsburgh when Russ was hurt and Geno Smith was the quarterback, and it was Monday or Sunday night. They beat him then too. So the last 2 times they played Seattle, they've won. Mm-hmm. Now they were playing Seattle that game that Big Ben hurt his arm. When they playing Seattle?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah.
And that was week 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Seattle must have been one of their extra games.
Yeah.
In another season.
Yes. 7 for 120. I'm calling it 7 for 120. 7 for 120 for DK. I'll say 1, but I think he's going to hit him for 2, y'all. I think he's going to hit him for 2. All right, man. Yeah, two touchdowns.
Oh,
going
okay.
for 2 tutties.
I thought he was going 2
He's
bills.
going to get 2 tutties. No, not 2
Okay,
bills.
I got you.
For about 120, 130, but 7 catches.
Okay.
And I guarantee one of them's about a 40 or 50-yarder. I guarantee it. Put money on it. All right? All right, week 3 at the New England Patriots. The much improved New England Patriots. Not going to be the doormat. Mike Vrabel got him a quarterback. Listen, don't disrespect the Pats, right? So we got week 3 at the Pats. Shannon, what you thinking?
So who are they going with at quarterback now?
Drake May.
Drake May.
I think Drake May's the starter.
Oh, yeah, Drake May, guaranteed starter.
I don't fear the Patriots like I used to with Belichick, but Vrabel is a disciple, so he knows the 3-4 weaknesses better than anybody. So I expect a tough game, but I do think the Steelers can be competitive in that one as well. And so it's really going to just depend on. Again, it's hard to make predictions without knowing who the quarterback is going to be. I mean, we don't even know what this offense is going to look like till we at least get to the preseason.
Okay. Tate, what you thinking? Week 3 at the Pats. You're muted.
Yeah, I went to unhook that fire detector.
Yeah.
Smoke alarm, whatever it's called. But yeah, no. So I think Patriots is week 3.
Yeah, at the Pats. At the
Patriots. I mean, I think the Patriots were one of the worst teams in the league last year. I think they'll be better. But I mean, if I'm picking right now, and all my picks are based off the fact that I'm pretty certain I feel like Aaron Rodgers is going to be the quarterback, and that could come. Maybe not this week, but next week I think we'll get that news. But yeah, man, the Patriots will improve. Vrabel will have them better than they have been since Belichick's been going, definitely. But I mean, we played tough games against Tennessee when he was there. So they, Coach Tomlin, Coach Vrabel, they're just both two physical type guys. It'll be like a typical AFC North matchup. They're going to be physical. We're going to be physical. They want to run the ball. I mean, but I still would pick the Steelers as it stands right now. First scheduled release.
Kerby, what you calling it, bro?
It's another dub. I mean, Bill Belichick is not there, even though he may get fired before Carolina take the field, but he ain't coming back.
Damn.
So
it's over.
He gonna get fired from Carolina. Is something going on I don't know about, or Kirby just talking?
No, there's some stuff going on. There's some stuff going on.
With him and his little girlfriend or something. She was at a frat party.
Yeah, the youngster over there cutting up, bro. The youngster over there cutting up. Shannon, you're muted. You're muted, Shannon. You're muted, Shannon.
Why would they fire him? They've already said she can't come to the facilities.
Well,
what else is going on that's fireable is what I'm saying.
I ain't no telling. They might. I personally think they set it up for his son anyway to take over, like within a year anyway. But
down the road, yes.
Yeah. But yeah, I understand it. So Kerby, you're saying what now?
I'm saying that's a dub. That's another dub. But I don't think I agree. Vrabel, he gonna have them guys ready to play, so it's not gonna be a game. They just can, hey, we got this in the bag, but the Steelers should win that game.
Yeah,
but Tomlin, I don't know, but yeah, that's a dub.
Okay, so Tate, you got him 3-0. Kerby, you got him 3-0, and Shannon, you saying you can't do it yet, but you leaning towards possibly being 3-0.
Yeah, I'm leaning. Yeah, depending on the quarterback. Yes,
leaning toward. I'm at 3-0 too. I'm at 3-0. All right. The next game, and after we cover that one, we're gonna jump to a next commercial break. The next game is the big one. The Pittsburgh Steelers are going to Ireland, man.
Yeah.
First NFL game in the history. Shannon, did you see them ugly ass green uniforms they trying to say we gonna wear, man? I said if they do that, I'm going off.
That is hideous. They were hideous.
That better be AI, man. That's trash.
That was some of the worst. That's some of the ugliest greens I ever saw.
Yeah.
You can go a deep hunter green. There's a lot of, not that. That was terrible.
They ain't gonna do it. All they're gonna do is they're gonna put that emblem that we saw with that's got the shamrock on it. They're gonna put that somewhere on their uniform somewhere, and maybe on the helmet, and that's it. Towels gonna be floating everywhere. But It's in Ireland, y'all. And we play the Minnesota Vikings, who will be starting legitimately a rookie quarterback in J.J. McCarthy. But they got a dog out there in Justin Jefferson now. They got a dog. So let's not get it twisted. So, Tate, I'm going to ask you first, bro. Ireland, Steelers, what you thinking?
Oh, man, it'll be a good game. I mean, considering the Steelers are owned by the Rooneys, who are who are Irish heritage, from Irish heritage. It was Dan Rooney was the ambassador to Ireland, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, for years. Yes.
So I'm sure we know the family really wanted this particular game. I think they could have went to Mexico another time the past year or two, but they wanted to wait till this game was happening, and NFL rewarded the Steelers with this game.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Vikings will be a tough opponent. Our cornerbacks will get tested. I don't know the Vikings schedule yet, but I think that's J.J. McCarthy. We'll see. Aaron Rodgers have motivation there too. He wanted to go to the Vikings. Supposedly, they chose J.J. McCarthy. So, man, Aaron Rodgers got a handful of games he could be pumped up to play for. And I'm looking forward to him. You know, last year, Russ was good when he first got in. Justin Fields was good. He wasn't great, not better than Russ's first 6 games.
Mm-hmm.
But had they let Justin Fields play and continue to build momentum, he could be our quarterback this year. But they didn't. They went with Russ. Russ went 5-1 in his first 6 starts, and then 0-5, including the playoff in his last 5 starts.
Facts.
So Russ started out trending up and trended way down. Last year, Aaron Rodgers started down really bad. They make the trade, the midway point, the trade deadline for Devontae Adams, and he's one of the highest rated passers in the league. So, and he's another season off that Achilles injury.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Aaron Rodgers, works out. He doesn't come to camp and do all that stuff, but I think he goes in his cave and does his meditation and yoga and stretching and all that stuff. So I think another year removed, he could be a little better than he was trending towards the end of last year. So he has, that is a game in Ireland. He likes the big stage and all the attention against J.J. McCarthy and the Vikings. I like the Steelers to take that game. It's that's obviously a 9:30 game, right?
Yeah, it's a 12. Yeah, it's a 9:30 game. But Tate, give a little inside information. Yeah, correct. A little inside information. The Vikings play the Cincinnati Bengals the week before they play the Pittsburgh Steelers. Before they go to Ireland, they get the Bengals. So why Tim Lyon and all of them out there talking all that yak, y'all take care of your business with the Vikings, and then we'll catch them boys in Ireland. Shannon, the floor is yours, bro. What you thinking about the Vikings with the Pittsburgh Steelers in Ireland, man?
Well, that's my ancestral homeland from at least my dad's side of the family. So a lot of acquaintances and fans there in Ireland. They love the Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
So, you would hope they would be like a home field advantage, but there really isn't, because, it's the first time they've ever been there, played there, really.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that I really like the Vikings coaching staff. I think he done wonders with Sam Darnold, and I think J.J. McCarthy's going to be better. That one concerns me, because I think Tate mentioned the receivers are really going to test the Steelers secondary. And so I'm concerned that could be the Steelers' first L.
Yeah.
So to keep it realistic, Tate, everybody keeps saying Rodgers. Like everybody knows something I don't. I mean, with the way this thing's went, I have no faith he's going to be on the team. So right now I'm thinking Rudolph and I'm thinking Howard. And it wouldn't shock me if Howard don't start the second half of the season. And I think that they might have found him a hidden gem in Howard. I'll be honest. I think that he's going to fit what Arthur Smith and the Steelers offense wants to do. But this is early in the season, so barring injury, it won't be Howard yet. If it is Rodgers, that might change. But I think the Steelers lose a tough one they do not travel across the water very well.
Mm-hmm. So you're calling 3-1.
Yes.
You're calling 3. So I'm gonna be realistic about it. I think that the Pittsburgh Steelers at the first 4 games will be 3-1. I don't know which game they're going to drop. I'm hoping to God they don't drop the game in Ireland, right? But I realistically believe the first 4 games we're going to be 3-1. We will beat 3 out of the first 4 opponents. I think the Jets and the Patriots is the lock. The loss could be either between Seattle and Minnesota. But I do think by the time we get to week 5 with the bye, the Pittsburgh Steelers is 3-1. So, Shannon, I agree with you. Tate and Kerby, you guys are saying that you think they'll be 4-0? Or do y'all not that you really look at it?
I haven't said yet.
Okay. So what you thinking?
I think the Vikings take that game.
Okay.
Just the fact of, I hate to say it, Porter is going to get cooked.
Oh.
Yeah, Jefferson's tough.
But the Vikings defense is no joke.
No.
And I think they're going to be able to get after Rodgers, Rudolph, whoever's back there. And
they still got Flores, right?
Yeah. Flores blitz like crazy, bro.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah, Flores blitz like crazy. He don't care.
But I will say this: the one thing the Steelers do, they're catching a break in this game because the Vikings are staying over there, and then I think they playing somebody the following week. And to me, if you look, because Jacksonville is usually the team that does that all the time, and they always win that game because you've been over there for a week, the other team's just coming in. So, but I'm taking Minnesota in that one.
Okay.
So
all right, Take you sticking to your guns. You saying 4-0 out the gate for the Steelers. You sticking to your guns.
Yeah, I'm not even really counting the record. I'm just picking the games as I see them. So if I pick 4, then obviously have them 4-0.
Okay. That's fair. Look at Shannon said he got some big coonies. some big ones, bro.
17-0, baby. 17-0.
Tate ain't messing around over there, bro. Yeah. Punishment said 2-2, man. And Mike, you're right. It is going to be, listen, this will be the one game. The Steelers travel well from a traditional standpoint. But, man, you're going to see a sea of black and gold like you've never seen before on a travel for this. You're going to see a sea of black and gold. It's going to get ugly.
Ireland is over there. It's not one of the Scandinavian countries, but it's close enough. And they're playing the Vikings. You could see a lot of purple over there, too.
You might, but I think there's a lot of black and gold going to be over there, man.
There's a lot more Steelers fans. Trust me.
Yeah.
And in Mexico, when they do down there, it's like half of Mexico is Steelers, half is Cowboys. Everybody else, forget it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a C, man. So it's gonna be a good game, but I'm calling for 3-1. All right, we got to pause for the cause, take a quick commercial break, get a word from our sponsors and partners. If you're watching this live, just give us a second. Wherever you get your audio podcast, Google, Spotify, or Apple. We'll be right back with the KnoItAllz podcast. Smash the gas on a Wednesday night.
Pump your brakes on Smash the Gas.
Yeah, PYB on Smash the Gas. We doubling down. You got it, Tate. And we're back with the Pump Your Brakes, Smash the Gas, KnoItAllz podcast. Listen, if you have not hit the subscribe button, if you have not hit the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button because we need them algorithms. And therefore, all y'all that is not a member or you're sitting next to a person, give them that barcode one more time, man, that QR code. So then that way, if they're sitting next to a friend, they can say, hey, look, man, check this podcast out right here, the KnoItAllz. Scan the QR code. Y'all, we're for the first time ever, we're approaching 810 subscribers. So we are about 190 people away from going to the 1K goal. We have worked diligently. So we appreciate all of you guys supporting us already. And if by us being that close, all we need is all of our listeners to just share with one person. And hey, there's the 1,000. But we appreciate all you guys. And we're live on the KnoItAllz channel this week for the show. All right, fellas, I'm going to lump the next 3 games together. Browns, Bengals, Packers. Tate, you hit them with the graphic. Browns, Bengals, Packers. Next 3 games for the Steelers. All right? Because it's a bye week after we come from Ireland, which plays in our favor. By the way, Shannon, I was so glad they gave us the bye week. I was so glad they gave us the bye week, man. So glad.
You like week 5?
No, I like that they get, because we're coming from Ireland.
I don't like week 5. I like later in the season.
Okay.
I mean,
all right.
It is what it is, but I just like a later bye.
Yeah, I agree with Shannon. Like, because they theoretically could have played the game in Ireland in late October, but I don't know how the weather gets over there. And then had a bye in week like 8 or 9 would have been perfect. But we can have bye in week 5. That's kind of early.
Yeah. All right, so 2 out of the 3, Cleveland and Green Bay is at the crib. Week 7, we travel to Bengals land down there in Cincinnati. Tate, I'm going to start with you. Browns, Bengals, Packers. What you saying?
That stretch of games, I'd probably say Browns, Bengals, Packers.
2 out of 3 at the crib. 2 out of 3.
Let me look again. So the Browns are the first one, right?
Yeah, at the crib, at AccuSure.
At AccuSure. That's a win. I hope Kenny Pickett's starting that game.
Oh, yeah, me too. We going to kill that boy. Facts.
That's a win. Then we play Thursday night at the Bengals.
Yeah, big time Thursday night game.
In Cincinnati.
Yeah.
So I got us 5-0 already. It's like I don't want to lose to the Bengals,
5.
man, but
you got a 6-0 if you claiming that one. That's 6-0.
No. I'm thinking about saying they lose to the Bengals. I don't want to, but I don't see them starting 6-0. They got to take a L somewhere. So let me just say, I'm gonna give it to the Bengals as far as the win. That first game in Cincinnati on the short week for the Steelers. I guess it'll be a short week for the Bengals too. But that Thursday night, but I still think the Steelers come out the first 6, 5-1. So I'm gonna give the first loss to the Bengals, but if it happens somewhere else along the way, they're gonna beat the Bengals.
And then what about the Packers? So you're saying 5-1, and then we got the Packers. So that'll be the next game. What you think?
I think the Aaron Rodgers again. All my picks are playing Aaron Rodgers is going to Green Bay is not going to let Green Bay beat them. But the Green Bay's good though. Green Bay's good. Green Bay comes in AccuSure and gets the win. So now I guess we're 5-2. We take a 2-game losing streak right there.
Let me see if this influences your picks, Tate. After we play the Browns, the Cincinnati Bengals play the Packers in Green Bay before they play us the week before. So we play the Browns, they're playing the Packers in Green Bay the week before. And then we both come back on a short week. Our short week game was Cleveland. Their short week game was the Packers. Does that influence you?
It could, but yeah, I'm still going to – I got to give us some L somewhere, man. So I'm going to go ahead and stick with what I said. So I guess I got us right there, 5-2.
Okay. All right. Kerby, what you thinking, bro?
Dub against the Browns.
Okay.
They'll lose in Cincinnati. Short week. Thursday night. Yeah.
Yes,
they'll
Thursday
lose.
night.
They'll lose that one, and they're gonna beat Green Bay. So they'll go 2-1 in that 3-game stretch.
Okay. Shannon, You thinking the same thing, 2-1?
Well, I think they beat Cleveland.
Okay.
Don't know who the quarterbacks for either team is going to be. So
Facts.
I'm just going on history. I think they lose at Cincy.
Okay.
Because they suck on Thursday night.
Yeah, they do.
Especially on the road. They're great on Monday Night Football. We know that.
That's facts. That's facts.
The Steelers are the best team on Monday Night Football in the NFL, but they suck on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
And then Green Bay, they just have great games against Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's a win or a loss, it's going to be entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
But I agree with what Tate said. I think Green Bay is maybe my favorite to make it to the Super Bowl this year out of the NFC.
Ooh.
I love the Green Bay, their makeup. They're young, and they are very talented. So I think it's going to be a great game. And depending on who the quarterback is, the Steelers might pull that out just because of the home field advantage. But that game could go either way.
Yeah. Yeah. Tate, you pull the schedule back up one time for me, man. So I'm saying by this point in the schedule, with those 3 games, we're going to lose at least one. So I got the Pittsburgh Steelers at this point 3-1 in the first 4, 2-1 in the next 3. So I got the Steelers with 2 losses, 5 wins. I got them 5-2 after Week 8 against the Green Bay Packers. 5-2 record. I think Shannon's leaning more towards that. Tate said you've said 5-2, and I think Kerby, you got them.
Yeah,
maybe 6-1, bro. 5-2 too.
I got them 5-2.
Okay. All right. Let's clump 3 more together, and because then down the stretch we got some games. The November 2nd Indianapolis Colts game at 1 p.m. The November night 8:20 p.m. game. Y'all know what time that game starts or what that is. That's that Monday Night Football or Sunday Night Football?
Sunday night.
Sunday Night Football. Well, you know how we get out on Sunday night. So don't get me started with that. And then we got the revenge game against the Bengals on November 16th at 1 o'clock. Shannon. Now we're 5-2, Shannon. This where you know it gets critical concerning the schedule. What you thinking, man?
Well, hopefully they'll have their quarterback situation addressed.
Mm-hmm.
They either by this point, I think, know if they're going to be able to be a real contender, or are they just trying to, build this roster and find their identity.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully the running game's kicking. Johnson's getting a lot of play. Metcalf has established himself. I still think they're going to pick up another receiver.
Mm-hmm.
I like them at home against Indianapolis.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure who the Indianapolis quarterback is going to be, but I
Danny
think that
Dimes.
they play better against the Colts at home.
Mm-hmm.
I hate all the Harbaughs. So
facts, Shannon. Facts.
Yeah, I want to see them beat the Chargers. But that'll be interesting because I do think the Chargers have improved, and I think the quarterback situation, they've definitely got an advantage.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to say they beat Indianapolis, they lose a close one in L.A.,
okay,
and then they come
6-3.
back and they beat Cincy and Pittsburgh.
7-3.
Yeah,
I'm feeling it. Tate, what you got them? 3 in a row. Colts, Chargers, Bengals.
Well, since I think the toughest game is obviously the Bengal game, but that's at home for the Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
I had the Bengals winning the first one in their house. So I got the Steelers going in 3-0, man. I think they beat the Colts at home. I think the Chargers, I'm not their outside weapons don't scare me. That young kid from Georgia that played last year is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But Quentin Johnson can't be counted on. They did they draft somebody, a good receiver, sign somebody? They got big Mike Williams back.
Yeah, get him out of here.
Yeah, but he ain't scaring nobody.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So
by the way, Tate, Claude Bishop said that Mike Williams is going to score 2 touchdowns on it. Just make sure you note that. He said that, Tate. Claude Bishop said it in the chat.
It's time for the new country now, Claude. You're going home because according to who was that? Was that the Quad Father that said Claude the vice governor of the Matrix in the new country? Yeah, Claude, you had to go, man.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so no, I got them winning that game. That stretch of 3. They split with the Bengals this year, however that goes. But I mean, so I'm got them winning. Each of them winning the home game. The Colts, they come to Pittsburgh. They don't do well in Pittsburgh. So we get that game. Then Sunday night against the Chargers, I think we beat them. I mean, Herbert, who knows where Herbert will be at that point? That's week 10. If he's healthy, it'll be a closer game. If he's not healthy, and I think they're borderline playoff team, just like last playoff team last year and got smoked in the playoffs by Houston, right?
Blew out.
I got us beating the Chargers and beating the Bengals because we split with them and the Bengals won the first one. So I got us 3-0 at that point. So added to my 5-2, that's 8-2 now.
Yep, you got him 8-2. Shannon got him 7-3. Let's see what Kerb do. Kerb, where you got him at with those 3, bro?
Well, they got the Colts in Pittsburgh, so they'll win that one. For some reason, they can't win in Indy for some odd reason. I think they're gonna get tripped up in LA. I think they're gonna get tripped up in LA, and then the rubber game against the Bengals, they'll win that one.
Quit copying me.
So in that stretch,
yeah,
I got them going 2-1 again.
Yeah. So you got him 7-3, and I definitely got him 7-3.
Yeah.
I got him going 2-1 in that stretch. I think one of the Steelers always loses a game that they're not supposed to lose. So one of those games in there, they'll lose one of those games. I don't know if it's going to be the Colts, the Chargers, or the Bengals, but they'll drop one and they're not supposed to. It's been happening for years. So why would I expect anything new at this point? 7-3 after week 11. All right, y'all. We're to the meat of the schedule. This is where it gets bananas. All right? Starting with them big trash Chicago Bears. Tate, they've been talking yak to us already. All them big Bear fans. What you got to say about the Chicago Bears on November the 23rd for the Pittsburgh Steelers?
I got it. That'll be the November the 23rd. That'll be the 17th anniversary of my father passing away, November 23rd, 2008. But no, so that date just hit me. I had to just say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I already said it earlier. I mean, that's the game I'm the most looking forward to out of a great football season, plenty good games, but that game, because it's the Bears, because Joker's been talking, because the people in the frustrated Chicago sports fan, pay included, all them Jokers.
Yeah, get them out of here.
I just want to see them go down to the Steelers. All that talking about, they just talk too much, man. The Bears fans is making me root against the Bears big time.
The Bears.
Well, I'm telling you, I'm riding with Tate right now on this one. And Payday, if you out there listening, I'm telling you right now, this is the game you're going to understand and realize that Caleb Williams was the worst quarterback in last year's draft class. This is the game where you're going to see it. And you're going to have to face reality and get the big trash Bears out of here. Dub for the Steelers. Shannon, what you got going on with the Chicago Bears and the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Well, this is where I leave the track, guys. This is where everybody will say, well, it's definitely not scripted on Smash the Gas. Because are we going to get one game at a time, or are we going 3 again?
We're going one at a time because it gets tight right here.
Okay, the Chicago Bears. Look back over history. The Steelers suck in Chicago. They suck in Chicago. Even when they are making playoff runs and Chicago was winning 4 games, the Steelers suck in Chicago.
Yeah, it's true.
So I can't help it. I'll give them a loss.
Oh, Shannon. So now, Tate, you got them 8-2 or 9-2, and Shannon got them with 4 L's. Shannon's got them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-4. Tate's got them 9-2. Kerby, where you at with this, bro?
Man, I know Shannon gonna say I'm following him again.
Come on, Kerby. We about to put you in the rubber room. Stop it.
I think this is gonna be the Tomlin game.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. So you calling for an
Kerby.
L in Chicago.
This is the
Kerby,
Tomlin game.
Remember what the Steelers been doing at the end of the last year.
Yeah.
And, that's a scary thought, but just saying.
Yeah, this is gonna be the Tomlin game.
So you got them 7-4. I got them 8-3.
Yep.
Tate got them 9-2. All right, Tate, Buffalo. Listen, this the game to me. This the game is going to prove whether or not we're going to make a playoff run. As crazy as that sounds, I think Week 13 is going to determine what's going to happen for the Pittsburgh Steelers. If we get smashed by Buffalo, Shannon, we tanking fast. But if we win and we stay competitive, then we'll see. Tate, what you calling for, bro?
Man, I think Buffalo is one of the better teams in the AFC, up there with Kansas City and Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, man, we got to beat the big dog. They trying to make a change in direction of culture. We got some hard hat, hard nose, blue collar players in there that are Pittsburgh Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
I think Arthur Smith's offense will get to run his offense to be predicated on running the ball. I mean, my whole thing is from an optimistic perspective.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not injecting any negativity into my takes on this schedule.
Mm-hmm.
So I got them Buffalo coming to Pittsburgh. I got the Steelers beating Buffalo, man.
Oh, Tate, you got them 10-2. You're killing it.
My schedule, my picks are real Steeler friendly. Yeah, I'm sipping the Kool-Aid, Shannon. I'm definitely am.
He ain't sipping no Kool-Aid. That boy in some Thunderbird maybe right now, Shannon. Some old some Cisco and Quavo, whatever else that boy drinking. So he got him 10-2. So I feel it, Kerby. What you saying, man? What you saying? Do they take back-to-back L dogs?
No, they're gonna bounce back, and like I said earlier, they're gonna bounce back from the Tomlin game, and like I said, they need to step up and beat a big dog, and I think they're gonna beat Buffalo.
Hey, Big G.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta grab Curry by his arm, and we both gotta go.
Crazy, man. You right. I am crazy.
Damn, both y'all went to the rubber room. Dang.
I thought I was on the island by myself, but when he said it, I'm like, man, we must gotta go to the rubber room.
No, I mean they going. I mean, and usually when they have a Tomlin game, the next week they bounce back, and they gonna bounce back on Buffalo and beat them.
Okay, so Tate's got him at 10-2. Kerby, with that win, you got him 8-4. Shannon, where you got him at, man? Because I can see it in Shannon's eyes, man.
Losing.
Oh, Lord.
This is the big L. This is the start. They're losing this game, guys.
Letter of the day.
Josh Allen is going to put a hurting on them. Yeah, it's an L. It's an L all day, every day. This is what everybody's going to realize. This is rebuilding. Tate said they brought in some character guys, and I love that. Mm-hmm. But those guys, they're not going to make them into the Super Bowl contender as rookies and second-year guys. This is that year of growing pains. Mm-hmm. And this is when they're exposed that they are still mid. They're middle of the pack, fighting to make the playoffs at the end once again. So I think this game will not even be close. I think Buffalo spanks Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh.
Okay. So, Shannon, you got them 7-5. Kerby, you got them 8-4. Tate, you got them 10-2. I'm gonna give them a dub right here, and that's gonna make me 8-4 as well. I think the Steelers win right here. They're 8-4. I'm with Kerby. Shannon's got them 7-5, one game back. Tate, you out there on an island, man. But listen, I'm with you though, Tate. Don't get me wrong. I'm with you 150% on this one. I'm with you. So don't feel abandoned, bro. You might be in the rubber room by yourself, but you're not alone. You're not alone. I understand it, man. All right, listen. The Ratbirds, y'all. All right, first of all, let me say this. I hate Baltimore. I hate Baltimore. I hate Baltimore more than I hate any team in the NFL. You respect them, but I hate them, man.
Preach it, brother. Preach it.
I hate Baltimore. I hope all the bad things in the world happen to Baltimore. Last time we played Baltimore, Derrick Henry rushed for 299 yards, and they beat the living hell out of us in the playoffs. It's a long time to wait on the revenge game, but damn it, I'm saying it. That boy ain't getting 120 yards on us. The Steelers with the dub against the Ravens. Kerby, who you got in this game, man?
Big win against Buffalo. Pumped up. They take the L. They take the L in Baltimore.
So I got them 9-4. You got them 8-5. Shannon, where you at? And y'all remember your records.
Another loss.
Woo.
Damn, Shannon, you said this done went off the rails.
I told you they're going to have a 3-game losing streak and go 7-6, and then Tomlin will pull them up from the bottom of the basement. He'll figure out a way to win some games and still keep his winning record intact. But yeah, they're going to lose these 3 and they're going to go 7-6.
7-6. Kerby, what's your record again?
I think I'm 8-5.
8-5? Yeah. I got them 8-5. Pittsburgh Steelers at this point is 8-5. Tate, you 10-2, bro. You keep the train going, man.
I got this. We're gonna split with Baltimore. But so I'll take the L on the road in Baltimore, which makes us 10-3 by my book right there. So I got them losing to Baltimore.
Got them losing to Baltimore. Okay. All right. So now you got them 10-3. I got them 8-5. Kerby, where you at? 8-5.
8-5.
And Shannon got them 7-6.
What was their record last year at week 13?
10 and something.
10-3.
Yeah, they was 10-3.
So
yeah, you got them 10-3.
And I think they're a better team this year. They were like, and I think the schedule's slightly easier. I mean, that back end is tough, but Detroit, not Philly, Cleveland, not Kansas City. We got Baltimore in the Final Five like we did last year. Miami's not Cincinnati. So I think it's not as tough down the stretch as it was last year. The schedule isn't as tough. So got us 10-3 again this year. Now I'm talking myself into the 10-3 compared to last year's 10-3. So,
All right, so 7-6, 2 8-5s, and a 10-3. Monday Night Football, the Miami Dolphins. I'm telling y'all right now, Tua will not play in this game. He's going to be done. By this point, Tua is going to be done. Pittsburgh Steelers host the Miami Dolphins on Monday Night Football. Shannon, man, what you thinking, man? Does the wheel stop falling off of it? Do they get a dub to stop the bleeding?
Yes. They at home on Monday night against the Dolphins. Everything lines up for the Steelers to win
against the Dolphins in December, no less.
Exactly, and this is when, like I said, Tomlin's in the Steelers' history, even with Cowher, when they were 7-6 and then they won all their games and went all the way through the playoffs and won the Super Bowl. That's how this Steelers team at the end of the season rallied together. When Rudolph come in and won those last few games to get them in the playoffs. This is a trend with the Steelers. They didn't have no magic last year, but I think they'll find some here and they'll win this game against Miami.
Shannon's got them off the snod at 8-6. Kerby, do they get a dub?
Dub. Monday night, like you say, a Monday night in December. Miami, they not even interested in even being there. Dub, big dub.
Yeah, but 9-5. Tate Boy Fresh, they 10-3. Down the stretch, we got 4 to go. Do they get the dub?
Let me ask you a question. I got the Steelers winning for the same reason I interjected with Shannon and said in December on a Monday night. Monday night trend, Steelers win 85% of their Monday night games.
Yes.
That is facts.
The Dolphins in December, that's the trend in the bad way for them.
Mm-hmm.
So, they don't win games. I imagine in Pittsburgh that at nighttime it'd be under 40 in December.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 of them Dolphins don't play well then. And then let me ask you this, Big G.
Mm-hmm.
Is Mike Tomlin a better coach than Mike Daniels?
Yes.
Mike McDaniel.
Yes. I knew you were talking about Dolphins coach. Yes.
2 years ago, nobody would have said that.
That's facts.
You know what I mean? So I just say this as a inflection point to tell Yinzers, be careful what you ask for. We thought Mike McDaniel was an offensive genius, one of the best coaches in the league and all that. And since he had that first year, they've regressed.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not the hot shot new coach anymore. So just be careful what you ask for. That's all I'm saying.
So you got a dub.
Yeah, I got a dub in that one, which takes me to 11-3.
That's facts. I got a dub too, man. I got a dub too. So at this point, Kerby, what's your record?
I'm 9-5.
Yep, 9-5. I'm 9-5 with Kerb. Shannon's 8-6. Tate got 11 wins. Last 11 wins with 3 to go. Last 3, fellas. The Detroit Lions, the big trash elves, Cleveland Browns, late in December. I hate them too. And the to-be-announced game of the Baltimore Ravens rematch for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Last 3, this going to tell where we're going to be at when the dust settles and everything. I'm going to lump them all together. Shannon, you're going to be able to tell me right here and now, are the Steelers going to make the playoffs in 2025? Mr. Woodsey said, I agree with Tate on this point, but Tomlin needs to improve. We better what? What'd he say? We need better out of him. Sorry, that's facts, Mr. Woodside. Facts. Big Pun said he'll take McDaniel. Put Pun in the rubber room. No, man, send him to Old Country. Send him to Old Country, bro. You ain't going to take McDaniel. McDaniel about to get fired. Come on, Pun. McDaniel about to get fired. He's out of there. Stop that. So, Shannon, your record now is what? 8-6? 3 to go. Tell me what happens do the Steelers make the playoffs? You muted, Shannon. You muted.
I think that Detroit, I like Detroit a lot. I was rooting for Detroit last year. I like Campbell. I like they've sucked. They're like the Cleveland Browns of the NFC. And I'm secretly rooting for Detroit. Not when they play Pittsburgh. But I hate to say it, but I think Detroit takes a step back this year.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
I think Goff, if he doesn't get hurt, his play is still going to suffer.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think he was exposed in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And so as much as I like Detroit and the coaching staff, I think they're going to miss Johnson terribly. Mm-hmm. I think they're going to miss Aaron Glenn terribly.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of the things when teams are trying to build and you lose some of your top coaches, people don't realize how that affects everything. So I think Detroit is beatable here. And I think the Steelers do beat them. Then I think when they play Cleveland, it's going to be at that point of the season, Sanders or the little bitty guy from Washington.
Yeah. Gillen Gabriel.
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 Whoever it is, I think the Steelers are going to win this game because they've got playoff seeding. That they're trying to make the playoffs. So that would make them 10-6.
Yes, sir.
Going into the last game in Pittsburgh against Baltimore. And just as it says to be determined, we'll just have to wait and see. Is it going to be late season Steeler magic in Pittsburgh again? Because I do think that they will be able to stop the run. And by this point, I think that Wyatt Black and Harmon, Derek Harmon, I think these guys are going to be making a huge impact. And I think that they always have been able to give Jackson some trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to come down to either 10-7 or 11-6.
Mm-hmm. To be determined. So you somewhere between the two. 10-7, 11-6. Kerby, it's on you, bro. Last three. Did the Steelers make the playoffs, Kerby?
So I got them at 9-5. I think they're going to beat Detroit because Detroit is I agree. Detroit is one of those teams they could fall off.
Yep.
Especially with the by the coaches they lost and Campbell doing all that crazy mess he do, they could fall off this year. So I see the Steelers beating Detroit. They're gonna beat the Browns, so that put them at 11-5. The game against Baltimore, it depends on if they need this game for anything. If they don't need the game, Rodgers is definitely not playing. I'm just gonna say a loss, but like I say, that's a game. It's kind of hard to say because it's just, do they need that game? Are they fighting for the division? So I'm just gonna say that they're probably gonna have a lot of guys sitting out that game. It's probably gonna be another loss.
It's a good observation.
Right. So you got them between 11-6 and 12-5. I'm with it. Matter of fact, Kerby, let me say this. I agree with both you and Shannon 100%. And I got them either 12-5 with the win against Baltimore the last week, or 11-6 with the loss against Baltimore the last week. I'm the 12-5 with a win, 11-6 with a loss. Tate, it's big boy ball them last three games, dog. It's big boy ball. What's the Steelers gonna do, man? Are they gonna step up and show you that they might be for real a little bit? You muted, dog.
Big fine.
I agree with Shannon. Everything he said about Detroit. I think you're gonna see some regression. They were 15-2 last year.
Yeah.
But they got exposed in the playoff. I think they'll miss Ben Johnson, who will make Caleb Williams better. Big G. He's not the garbage you said he was when we were talking about Chicago. He's still gonna be a good quarterback. But the Steelers will win that game. But in Detroit, they got out front of everybody last year, and Aaron Glenn's defense was able to pin their ears back for the whole game because they was for about a month there, they were scoring like 50 a game. Detroit was at one point last season. So they got to play one-dimensional football, rush the pass after the quarterback. I don't think that'll happen this year. The offense is going to take a step back because of the Ben Johnson's play calling. The defense won't get to play from that same schematic place, a place of comfort, because the Commanders exposed them.
Facts.
In the playoffs,
Facts.
I mean, they got their running game going with the quarterback and Robinson in that game. They kind of torched that defense. I mean, Detroit didn't look like a 15-2 team that entire game. So I expect to see more in that. I mean, I think Detroit's still a playoff team, but I think they somewhere around the 11-6 next year, more than 15-2.
Facts.
So I got the Steelers going to Detroit and getting the win. I think by then, the offensive line will be clicking, that run game will be clicking. Aaron Rodgers is comfortable in Detroit. He's won a lot of games in Detroit, some Hail Mary games, everything. I mean, he's kind of had his way with that division, just like Ben had with the AFC North for a while. Oh, yeah, Shannon, I'm out here.
Shannon said he got the Coyotes, boy. He got the Coyotes. He let them know. He let them know.
Letting them hang. I told you. I told y'all the homie the other night, Big G, about my boxers that I bought. So
come on, man. We ain't revisiting the Diddy land.
I just leave it at that. But that's what my boxers is for, though.
You gotta let them hang.
Gotta let them hang. But so I got to win that game. I was 12-3 for me. I can't see us losing to the Browns, man. Even though it's in Cleveland. And that game is always their Super Bowl. That's a couple days after Christmas. But I more want to pick Cleveland to win because I got us 12-3. But I got to stick to the schedule, man. We go 13-3 against Cleveland. We're not losing them, so I'm out here on a limb.
Tate, you out there? You out there, bro? 13-3, like you way out there, bro. You way. But listen, I told you I got your back. I'm telling you, I got your back on this one.
I mean,
I got your back.
Do you see any world where they lose to the Browns? I can't. I mean, I think 12-3 is a bit much, but I pick it week by week, man, not knowing what's happening, just looking at the schedule and the matchups. Yeah, I gotta pick them against the Browns with, like Shannon said, with Shador, Dylan Gabriel, or Joe Flacco, or Kenny Pitt. I don't care who's starting.
Yeah, they all trash.
But by that time, the Browns are
tank.
Cancun.
Yeah, they tanking. Remember, the Browns got 2 first-round draft picks next year.
Yeah,
if Jacksonville is horrible, they're trying to double up. They're trying to get pick number 1 and number 2 at that point.
Yeah.
See, and then the crazy part is now, man. I already said earlier when I had us losing to Baltimore, we're gonna split with Baltimore. So I can't back up off that. Nobody in the North is going to sweep us. You know, I think we split with the Bengals, we split with the Ravens, we sweep the Browns. We 4-2 in the division. That could fight for a division title. You know, somebody would have to go 5-1. Nobody's going defeated because we're going to split with the Browns and the Bengals. So somebody have to have one less win in the AFC, one more win in the AFC North and go 5-1 in the division.
Tate, pull that graphic down, dog. Pull that graphic down. We can't see your face.
Oh, my bad.
You're all right.
So, but yeah, we know the games now, so I'll take it down.
Yeah. Shannon, hide
but
from
yeah,
the
man.
Well,
that's hilarious.
Well, with that record there, Tate.
So Tate got them 14-3.
Yeah,
you got them 14-3.
You got them fighting for probably number 1 seed.
Hey man, so with that being said, I'm gonna check myself in.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Damn, you sent yourself to the old country?
So 14-3, I got to, Big G. My takes are takes of integrity, man. I'm always so once I get done with the individual pick and I evaluate at the end, 14-3, I'm cray.
Yeah.
But hey, when we went by week by week, that's where I landed. So that's my take, and I'm sticking to it.
Hey Tate, how much is the Steelers going to win the Super Bowl by?
Now see, it's
gonna be a blowout, baby.
When we talk about the Super Bowl, they still got to play Kansas City, who they hadn't played this season. They got to play Baltimore again, who they're gonna split with. It's gonna be a tough team. And I like Buffalo. Buffalo is in a safe place like we were in Big Ben's prime. Josh Allen's in his prime, and you can always count on that guy pretty much getting you to the playoffs. But that don't mean they gonna win in the playoffs. He gonna get them there. I mean, so that's the only. I got the Steelers number 5 in AFC right now, number 3 in their division because I got Baltimore, Cincinnati, Kansas City, and Buffalo above them, but they could beat anybody in that division. I mean,
so you're saying they're going to be in the top 3 then, so they're going to jump to that 14-3. That's what you're saying.
That's what my picks end up being. I don't think they're going to be 14-3.
They can't be third in the division at 14-3.
No.
Well, yeah, I said that's what my picks end up being, but I don't think they're going to be 14-3. But as we go down the schedule, that's how I ended up. But I don't think they're going to be 14-3.
What is it, Hendrickson? I mean,
yeah.
He done said if I had a 4-sack season last year, that they would be wanting some money back. He said so. He ain't apologizing for wanting more money and get paid. So I mean, he's their best defensive player by far. That defense is going to suck this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Tate, you got him 14-3. Shannon, what do you got him? You got him between 2 numbers.
It's either 10-6.
10-7.
11-6 or 10-7.
11-6, 10-7. Kerby, where you got him?
I got him 11-6.
Yeah. I got him between 12-5 and 11-6. That's my 2 numbers, between 12-5, 11-6. And Tate, we know where you at, dog. But it's Steelers Nation. Man, you know what? I'm gonna give you a waving of the towel, Tate, for that, for integrity. That's what the hell I'm talking about, Tate. Don't let these people intimidate you. You represent nation. Let's go, dog.
Tomlin might get his first coach of the year. 14-3.
Listen, Tate is integrous out there.
Not happening.
Tate, I promise you. If they go 14-3, I officially retire the G Stradamus title, and you are now Tate Stradamus. Forever.
Tate Stradamus?
Tate Stradamus. I'm going to pass the crown from one eagle-eyed prophet to the next eagle-eyed prophet because you saw something way out there and didn't nobody see it coming, man. Nobody seen it coming. So, yeah, I'm telling you, bro, I'm retiring G Stradamus. He retiring.
Hey, man, that's I don't think there'll be 14-3. If you just ask me what's the Steelers, you think the Steelers ceiling for a record next year would be not going through the schedule week by week and me being able to break down how I think each game is going to play out, I'd have said 12-5 is their ceiling.
Okay.
That's what I would.
The way that the schedule went,
I had to do it. 14-3.
Yeah. I got them 12-5, 12-5, 11-6 maybe, 12-5, 11-6. Hey,
I had our losses too. Who did I lose to? Buffalo, Cincinnati, because we split. Not Buffalo. Cincinnati, Baltimore, because we split. And I had losing to, was it not Green Bay. It was the game before Green Bay, maybe.
Did you have
the Chargers?
Minnesota?
No, you had them going 5-0. You had us in first beginning 5-0.
No, I said they'd be 5-2 after the Green Bay game. So
Bengals.
Well, maybe the Bengals. That first one, the Bengals, and then maybe I had them. I say if they anyway, whatever. Tate.
Yeah.
I know that Tate had them beating the 85 Bears in there somewhere.
You're beating the hell out
of
them.
They just gonna beat the Bears. And again, everything is predicated on Aaron Rodgers being the quarterback for my picks.
Yeah. Hey, Reginald Rivers want to bet me something, man. Reginald Rivers said that if Tate is right, I got to go buy some Diddy draws like Tate. That's a bet. I'll wear. As a matter of fact, that's a bet. That's a corner time bet. And I'll wear them live on air. Just the T-shirt and the draws. That's it. Live on air. Nothing else. I'm telling you straight up, bro. I'll do it because I don't know. But
no Diddy.
You got to chill.
How's that a no Diddy? I'm live on air. You can't see me from the bottom down. What do you mean? It's boxer briefs.
Oh, I figured you had to stand up.
Oh no. Oh no. No, I can't. Can't do that. All right, fellas. So listen. We're to the end of the show. We did the schedule review. This is our early prediction. A lot of things can change really fast. I think Shannon's going to move away from that 10-7, 11-6. Maybe even might get him up to 12-5 if Mr. Aaron Rodgers shows up. I believe that Shannon's going to shift too if he feels that there's a legitimate number 2 to enter the building. I think Kerby's numbers are going to go up if those two things happen. And Tate, I believe you already think it's going to happen. So listen, I'm with him because I think 12's going to be in the building. I think Rodgers is going to play in Pittsburgh. So I understand it. But we're to the end of the show. We had a great show. We appreciate everybody over in the live chat. Shannon, tell all the people where you can check, where everybody can find you out, man, and check you out.
Well, of course, normally this is our Pump Your Brakes time,
but
we're going to do that tomorrow. As far as I know, we're flopping with the big 3, and we're going to switch till tomorrow. So everybody make sure to come back and enjoy that. And I'll make sure that Tate ain't had none of that purple drink tomorrow. And
that purple drink.
If he has, it's 17-0. We'll find out tomorrow.
Purple drink with the
and then of course still hangover 9 o'clock Monday nights with me and Daniel J. So definitely check that out.
Kerby, where can all the people check you at, bro?
You can catch me on the Black and Gold Standard podcast. That and Smash the Gas.
Tate Boy Fresh, man, talk to him. Talk to him, bro. Where we gonna be and what we gonna be doing?
Well, first of all, to Big Pun's comments, these is not Diddy draws. This is what I have. If you look at the middle part of the bar, you see it's a pocket, right? It's a pocket to what Shannon, that's what they do.
Yeah.
So you can purchase these from your local Walmart or wherever you shop at, Target. Well, no, black people are not shopping at Target right now, but you can buy them from there. And them is not no Diddy draws. So as far as where you can find myself, and most of the time, Big G is where I'm at. And to Rob Lightfoot made a comment earlier. I didn't say nothing about the Cavs. The Cavs got whooped by the Pacers. No excuses. They got outplayed. I mean, Indiana just brought physicality and force to them that they weren't ready for. It's a growing experience for next year, learning experience for next year. So that's my basketball. But so at least once a week, sometimes twice, catch me on the That's Rather Cavalier podcast and audio. We'll actually be hosting the KnoItAllz next Monday, talk about the playoff matchup as we go into the conference finals. That's Monday on this channel at 8 o'clock next Monday. Monday coming. Pause. But then typically on Wednesdays, which is going to be tomorrow because we switch with the big three, like Shannon said, Jeff, Bad, and Dave, so they can do their schedule release for the Steel Curtain Network. So we decided to jump over here. We appreciate each and every one of you that rock with us on here and listen to our take from the schedule release. We definitely appreciate it. Shannon is absolutely right. Tomorrow I'll have time to have settled down and reevaluated and not be in the moment of the schedule just dropping. So it probably won't be 14-3 tomorrow. Could be some of the more realistic in 11-6 to 12-5 range. But the Steelers will not have a losing season again. So I do think that. And on Sunday, this Sunday, as a matter of fact, Big G, I'm gonna pull up the promo.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. I think I got it here.
We got a big guest on the KnoItAllz on Sunday. Tate about to show you who we rocking with on Sunday.
Big time, we got Flash the Kid joining us.
Yeah.
He plays baseball for the Savannah Bananas.
Yeah.
Which is a banana ball baseball team. I was getting real popular, selling out stadiums across the United States. He's just coming off of a visit with the Pivot podcast. So
facts. Myself,
Big G, Ahmad are getting to talk to somebody that just left the Pivot podcast, talking to RC and those guys. Here our clip is.
Didn't play ball that year, and then I came over here to the Savannah Bananas. My travel ball coach tagged me in a tryout on Twitter, and I was just like, you know what? I was trying to do the whole independent ball thing. I was working for $10 an hour at Tijuana Flats. Dang. And it was a tough one. And I just didn't have the money to go to independent ball tryout on my own accord because they're like $2,500, $3,000 just to go and try out. That's not food. That's not hotel. That's nothing. But the Bananas tryout, $25. When you show up, you get your $25 back. And also the first 10 people who showed up end up getting a free hotel room. I was the second person to sign up. So I got a free hotel room for the weekend, $25 back. So I was able to eat while I was there. I ended up making the team. I tried out as a shortstop. They liked me because I was quick and I had hands. And I've been here ever since. I've been here for 5 years since the One City World Tour.
Hold up. Limitless. Niggas to me got pinning it. I thought they.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Flash the Kid from the Pivot to the KnoItAllz, baby. Yeah.
So we'll have him this week. Be sure to check out our regular time, Sunday at 6 p.m. Check it out. And then we start the site. Matter of fact, next time you see us on our regular Wednesday episode of Pump Your Brakes, I might be sitting right there in the studio next to Big G. Because I'll be in Ohio all next week, and we already kind of worked out where I'm probably gonna come over to his studio, and we're gonna just do that show together from there with Shannon, obviously. But so if Big G say something stupid, I'm gonna knock the big bucket off his head.
You might see Sparks knock for the first time. It
see
might
some,
be like
see some
TNT.
furniture movements.
Hey, listen, Shannon, if I'd had the bread, I'd have sent you a plane ticket and we'd had all three of us live in the studio and they might see Sparks jumping. But Tate, me and Tate, it's gonna be some sparks. Gonna be some sparks jumping off in the studio, man. So yeah, man.
So tap in. Go ahead, Big G.
Yeah,
I'm
thank
done.
all you guys for rocking with us, man, this week, man, on a special edition of Smash the Grass via Pump the Brakes Wednesday from Steel Curtain Network over to the KnoItAllz. Make sure, like Tate said, you check us out on Sunday. Make sure you follow us tomorrow night because we're going to move the Pump the Brakes podcast to Thursday on Steel Curtain Network. We appreciate all you guys. We thank all you guys. And Shannon, take us out the old school
Wait. Yeah. Hold on, Shannon. Big G, I think Pun's last comment is definitely worthy of something. You choose.
Facts.
Does
Pete Rose deserve all? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But is he asking me like I would say something else? Like he think he don't?
Yeah,
that's how I took it.
Yeah, he's going.
But no, Pun is asking me, do I think he deserves it? Well, yes, I think he deserves it. I hope you do also, because if you didn't, you would be in the majors right now. But maybe it's just crossed up in translation. So yeah, I think he does though. Yeah, but go ahead, Big G and Shannon.
It's rubber room decoding. So yeah. So Shannon, take us out old school way, bro. How we always get out and get up out of here, man. Oh, Shannon, you got a fine before we got off the air. What the hell is going on?
Well, it got me all shook up, that question. Before I say anything, the answer is definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He should have been in there while he was living.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
That's sad. That is truly sad that they wait till so many times for these men who've earned it to leave this mortal plane, and then they put them in. And that's insulting, in my opinion. But, yeah, he should have been in there already. So, and anybody old enough like me to watch him play knows that already.
Yeah.
And there ain't no steroids. Ain't none of that nonsense. So, again, and he didn't bet against his old team, so I don't get it. But anyway.
Facts.
Right,
facts.
but
Hopefully
see everybody tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Woo!